You voted for one of his fantasy land.
What, for a week ride, for 6 days?
Till Thursday?
Yeah, 6 days is gonna really put that straight on things. I don't know, that things I'd rather get her back the first time before rushing to a judgment that.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, you need to call for a vote.
Call for a vote when the members, if there is no further discussion, and if Councilwoman Francis has any discussion, any further discussion, I'm gonna go for it at that time. All right? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
You're for it?
I oppose it.
Right, what time? It was 3 to 2.
No, that's not true. They can vote anytime.
The next vote is 3 to 2? Correct. The next is ordinance number 2014-10.
I'll make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 2014-10, relief from sewer charges as presented.
A motion by Butch, do we have a second?
Sure do. Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? 4-0.
I have questions on that, the otherwise I'm not to follow.
Agree with that. The next one is resolution number 2014-05, resolution relief from sewer charges.
I'll make a motion that we adopt resolution number 2014-05, relief from sewer charges as presented.
Second?
So we vote on ordinance first, then a resolution.
Next, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? 3-0 to vote on that one.
3-0,
3-0?
so there's an abstention.
3-0 is the vote on that one.
There's
there any
an
further-
abstention? Is there an abstention?
3-0 is the vote.
3,
I'm moving on,
and
Mr.
one
Whitman. I'm
abstention.
moving on. You heard the vote count.
There cannot be a no vote. It's either a yay vote, or a nay vote, or an abstention.
Well, I think
What is it?
You just got it.
An abstention. 3
Okay.
and an abstention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further business for the utilities board?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn the utility.
Wait a minute. Councilmember Francis, can you tell us which way you voted? Because you never said nay or abstain.
She abstained. She abstained.
Okay, but he's saying you abstained. That's not coming from the mouth, so you're saying you abstained.
Because I leave the question, then
All right, well, I just want to hear from you. I mean, the mayor was making your vote for you.
Yeah. I just returned recording what was out on the floor, right?
She didn't
So we
say
have a
nay.
motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Meeting adjourned at 7:25. All right. We're gonna move into the utilities board. I'm sorry, workshop. So let me go ahead at 7:25, the utilities board ended. 7:25 PM, September 3rd, 2014. That's the regular effect, that's the full council is present. Town manager is present. And at this point, we are again back to agendas. We've already heard a discussion on it. So if I could have a motion to vote on the workshop agenda.
I make a motion that we adopt the workshop meeting agenda proposed section 13 as put out by the mayor to discuss these issues that should be discussed at a workshop.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the September 3rd, 2014, which is, there's 2 agendas, and this will be the mayor's agenda. Do we have a second? Okay, the council ladies vote dies on the floor. We will now go to a vote for the second agenda, put forth by the town hall, by the town staff.
Make a motion that we adopt the proposed agenda produced and published by the town staff at 10 o'clock this morning.
We have a motion to accept the agenda, the workshop agenda by the town staff.
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? Any add-ons? I would like to add on the resignation letter from Warren Zimmerman from the Planning and Zoning Board.
Second.
Does it have to be majority accepted?
Absolutely, I'm just saying,
Okay, so Warren's P and Z letter.
I'd like to put on about the hamlet, since that's an ongoing issue that needs to be discussed.
And that was an email from Miss Anita Goddard to the town. Does anybody have any objections to that?
I do, we need further information.
That's just one person's opinion, and I'd like to look at that myself to see who actually is in control of it, so. I'd like
I'm
to
talking
get it.
about the lights.
I'm talking about the letter
The
about the lights.
1,500 that we approved to go down to have somebody fix and look at, we don't even know what's going on with that.
You never spent, so.
Okay, well, like I said, we don't know what's going on because nobody wants to talk about it.
Well, Anita said there was emergency
An
funding
emergency
that
light
was
repair.
acknowledged by somebody, but I'm not. That's what I'd like to know about. She says,
Emergency light repair.
that's what she says in the email, where she's asking you why.
That was the repair that we were supposed to make, from Iowa.
That Ronnie just said wasn't done.
Come down here and talk to Ron anytime you want to, he'll give you updates.
Why don't we
on any
talk about it
project
in,
that you-
why don't we talk about it in public? Like everything should be discussed,
She addressed it to you.
transparent and open.
That's
You all
fine.
just wanna bypass everything, hide everything,
We're
and
not
just,
hiding
you only
anything.
wanna discuss what you
That's
three
your
wanted and the town manager wanna
Right, she
discuss
addressed
about.
another
That's my
conspiracy.
opinion.
And I have responded to
It's
this.
a major
But should we as a
conspiracy,
body
I'll
talk
call it
about this?
conspiracy.
And I'm telling you, there's
Not
Conspiracy
nothing
theory.
else to talk
conspiracy,
about until
it's
we
talking
gather more
about, in
information.
a
The producer
workshop
for a
meeting,
movie show
talking
looking
about
at
issues that are
Bobby's
brought up by the.
conspiracy theories.
But, okay, so I think what she's asking is there a deed certificate for the roads or any other infrastructure certification, certificates?
That's a good
Have you,
question.
no, is that what you're, the information you're looking for? That she's requested? Because I think that when citizens write to the town, we should in turn respond to them,
And
so.
I did, I have.
Okay, so we can maybe expect at the next meeting, that
When
we'll
I
have.
gather all the information that I need to gather, that I feel that I can produce and give out to the public, then that's when I'll give a presentation.
All right, we have
Until
a,
then, there's really nothing for it.
we have a FOIA request that's been put in by Ms. Madeline Cornelius for the release of the tapes. I thought Ms. Madeline had submitted a letter to the town, if I'm not mistaken.
Doesn't mean she didn't send it to him.
Who's it addressed to?
To the mayor and council. Matter of fact, and from that, request that we got from this lady, we had some, input from the attorney with respect to.
No, we had input prior to that letter coming.
Yeah, but what
How
I'm
do you know? You said you've never seen a letter.
When it came out about 3
Patrick
months
was
ago.
here when we discussed
No,
the
you've
closed
never
session
seen
meeting.
this letter from Ms. Cornelius. So
I'm
how
just
do you know?
stating that we.
Let's
that
move
letter
on,
had
this is not gonna get second anyway, let's move on.
All right, so-
I'm not ready to discuss it.
All right, so do we want to?
You got a legal statement about it.
All right.
Did you read it? I'm sure you didn't.
So
Or
how
if you
about-
did, you ignored it.
Excuse me.
As usual. No, I'm not gonna excuse you because you're making a statement about what legal said. Legal sent us a paper about a month ago stating their recommendation. I'm sure you saw it and read it. I'm sure you did.
I did.
Okay, and I'm sure you ignored it,
And I would-
as usual as everything else from
No,
me.
if legal-
I know because you don't agree with it, that we're gonna do
Stepping
it.
on everybody.
Sure, I mean.
No, I'm just tired of it.
Show some respect.
I'd like to have a recording of the, you know what I get a recording of? The phone call that you made to Madeline and how you connived her into going ahead and writing a letter. I'd like to have that one.
Don't think that.
That's the one I'd like to have.
Yeah.
I'd like to have, what kind of conniving words you had in that
I'm
statement.
sure, brother.
Yeah, you bring me a recording of that one.
I'm sure,
So
brother.
it
sure.
doesn't stop a citizen from asking for a FOIA request.
It
just
doesn't matter
because
the citizen, you have to talk to the mayor that manipulates everything he talks
It
about.
doesn't stop a
No,
It is what
citizen.
it is.
Excuse me, may
You
I
have a
have
track
the floor?
record.
May I have the floor?
You have the floor, dear.
Thank you. It does not stop a citizen from sending in a FOIA request. Doesn't matter what the legal opinion is from the attorney, a citizen still has a right to send in a FOIA request and either get accepted or get denied, and the reason why they get denied.
You got my reason.
In the past, I think people even mayors handle this request. I
I
haven't
wanted
seen
to
any
put, I wanted to put this before the body to in turn answer, and she's in turn asked this out of
I'm wondering
meeting.
why haven't all the other requests been notified? Usually we make the sole decision.
No, I do not think it's.
I believe every other request from Mr. Whitman, from Mrs. Anita Goldman, everything has gone straight up to the town office.
Yes.
And Stephanie has handed, and Lacey has
Yes.
handed the
And I've never
documents.
seen a response from him approving or disapproving.
No, I do not approve or disapprove. I in turn said.
Well, I'll research that and bring it to the next one.
Okay, you're. Put more time on the verb is back to have it, that's really important. So where do you have it?
I'm not ready to make a presentation on it.
There's nothing you always agreement or anything, you don't have anything ready.
It takes time to get these things.
All right, we're just gonna we're gonna move just
I would
right
like
in.
to, excuse me, I'm sorry, I would like to have the financial discussion.
Does anybody have a problem discussing the town's finances?
I do, because I already made a phone call, and the same thing's been done for the last 305 years. I don't see any sense in
Keith, you don't
discussing
even
it.
know what my questions are about. You
Well, I'm
don't
pretty
even
sure
know
it has to do with
what it
Lindsay and Associates with something
It
to do
has
with it
not
about
a daggone
finances.
thing
I'm
to
sure
do
it
with
did.
Lindsay and Associates. You don't even know
Are
what
you
I'm
saying that you?
I had the floor at that time and got cut off again, so
I did not add anything.
you cut me off again.
Okay, but how does he know what you were talking about?
I have my own finance.
I have my own financial
Feelings are hurt.
statement, since I do view the statements every month.
We yanked up, we yanked
All
off
right,
all later.
so
I'm in a mood
if
now.
I
Come on.
understand,
Right.
we don't wanna talk about financial
Nah,
statements.
yeah.
Is there a motion that we're gonna in turn decline discussing financial information tonight?
I do need financial reporting team that
No,
every
I
mayor,
have-
council, town.
I
has
have
a meeting.
financial discussion as a topic. This is a different related item. Is there a motion to deny discussing
Okay,
financial
what is it?
matters? No, well, first off, I wanna talk
Are
about,
you hiding something?
I'm gonna talk about the,
Conspiracy
and
room.
with the wastewater treatment plant agreement, at the last
Conspiracy
meeting, we were
theory.
going to discuss the connection fees. Where we were going to learn more information about what was the $5,400 amount of money the county gave to the town. We did not have that information, and I'd like to know if there was any additional information that can be put forth. A. B, I'd like to know more about the line of credit. I'd like to have a conversation on the line of credit. I'd just like to know more about that.
Simple phone call to the office, do that one.
Call the office would sell it all.
It would also just be an easy enough thing to do right here at the meeting amongst the board together, so we're all on the same page.
We're
And once
already up to
again,
date.
I'm on the
and
page.
once again, the
I'm on.
charter
I
states
made my
that the
phone
clerk
call.
treasurer is to be at every meeting for a financial accountability to talk about the finances and give us an update on the finances.
All right, well, there's
Charter
two people
says-
that were sitting on the council
Charter
when this
says-
person was hired, that there
Charter
was
says. Charter hasn't been
an
changed.
agreement made with the current clerk treasurer
Charter
about
hasn't been
attending the town meeting.
Doesn't trump the charter. Charter says she's supposed, every other town that I called, 3 of them I called, their clerk treasurer is at every meeting, giving them an update, where the money is, where the money's being moved, what's happening to it.
Well,
An update, not just reading that we have $1,000 in the account, we have 10,000 in this account.
It was a
That's
vote
not
of
a
3
financial
that
decision.
excused her from attending every meeting.
It was
But
what?
that's mayor, I in turn stated
It's
to
still
her
the
today
charter.
that I needed her to be at the meeting tonight to discuss finances.
What
Now,
time is that,
that's-
about 3?
That was at the same time I sent my.
That was
information.
today, it wasn't yesterday or the day before to give the
doesn't make a difference, Brian. There should be a meeting that should be.
Just when you have children and you have
Yeah.
school and
All right.
after school project, yeah, it doesn't make a difference, does it?
So do we have a
Kids don't
motion
make
that
a
we're gonna
difference.
in turn decline the financial discussion?
5-hour notice with kids,
Are we gonna put it
no
on,
problem.
are we putting that on the agenda or not?
You got a babysit right on speed dial.
Are we putting that on the agenda or not?
So we're not gonna discuss the fact that it seems like in a line of credit, that $81,000 is not there.
Nothing phone call won't help.
goodness.
Why don't we just put it on the agenda and discuss it, rather than just going back and forth? That's easy enough to do. I mean,
I'm not
that's.
favorable.
You don't want to do that.
I'm not.
All right, Butch? Okay, so there's a majority not to discuss the town's finance.
You got it. You go ahead and manipulate it around on your social media.
All righty, we're gonna go ahead and just move
We'll
into
just
it.
tell the truth, Pete, of really what's going on.
Oh,
The
I'm
fact that
sure
nobody
you
wants to
obviously provide it
discuss
to
Where $81,000 is supposed to be out of line of credit in our weekly payables that everybody gets, and it's not there.
All right, it's just, this is just the most absurd thing I've seen. All right,
It is absurd that you cannot come up to the town hall and answer questions to the clerk treasurer or town manager.
That's not
That's
being,
absurd.
that
No,
is not
you have
being
a personality
transparent and
conflict with
open
these workers.
into the public.
No, that's not the truth, Brian.
When I think that, when I look at the statements and I feel that I would have a question about where $81,000 is, I think the taxpayers need to know about that.
No different than.
Well, how come you
I'm
have
not
that
saying,
question, Susan?
I'm not saying it's
You'll
missing.
know.
I'm not saying it's missing. She should be at every meeting, so she should be asked here. That's open and transparent. Not come up there and have her tell me something and then try to bring it to a meeting later on because.
This is the perfect place where we discuss these things. This is where we as a body that's been elected by the people discuss those very things.
Make
Did someone from the
confidence to
people say
afford it.
anything about this?
Well, I'll reserve a time at the end. Okay, so we have the motion, there's no consensus to go forward on the finances of the town, discussion of it. I'm just gonna go right into the agenda and go into the approval of the meeting minutes from August 4th, 2014.
Excuse me, we were supposed to vote on what's on the agenda, accepting the agenda or not.
Well, we have a motion and
We
a
were,
second.
we were still trying to add items and.
I understand that,
Okay,
but
and I
they
think
weren't
we're-
added.
I think we're still trying to maybe add items.
No, I don't think he is, he wants to move into the.
I'm gonna go ahead, I apologize, I'm gonna go back, but I will in turn, I am gonna put on there whether or not the ethics commission, we will discuss that, because that is something that is within the charter that I'm going to in turn announce tonight, so.
It's not on the agenda.
I'm gonna announce that I've set an ethics commission. There's one in place. But we'll get to that point. Are we all in favor of the agenda?
With the exception of the ethics commission.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the information tonight. So all in favor of the agenda provided by the town staff? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Aye. Okay, meeting minutes from August 4th, 2014, for approval.
Make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes of the workshop of August 4th, 2014, as presented.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion, add-ons? All in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay. Next is, we have a letter from North Point Marina.
At this point in time there, Mr. Mayor, I am going to abstain myself in any discussion from this matter as a conflict of interest with my property butting up to North Point Marina and the drainage from my property flowing into the drainage that they're asking relief for. And at this time, with me being there 24/7, I don't think I should be able to go ahead and have any discussion, and I'm going to abstain myself from voting with conflict of interest with my property butting up against it.
All right, so we have on record Ryan Escor has recused himself with respect to the letter we received from North Point Marina over a storm replacement line. Ryan's property is adjacent to it, and he's decided to recuse himself. This letter is in reference to, from North Point Marina, I'm going to just go ahead and I'll read it. Record, August 22nd, 2014, Mayor and Council, Town of Rock Hall. To replace 12-inch pipe owned by the Town of Rock Hall, which runs across North Point Marina Invoice from Dan McHenry back on paving, $62.75.56. That's $6,275.56. Second invoice is from Dan McHenry for backhoe and paving services for $129.79. And then invoice from North Point Marina, build and test box to new water pipe, install box